super assertive woman who's just like, you know what, he is my way or the effing highway. And she's like, you know, that crazy chick red alert going off your head when you talk to a girl like this right off the bat. You're like,
hey, real quick, I'm sorry, you got to stick to that mic.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The crazy chick red alert going off in your head, like, oh crap. Yeah, she's hot and all, and I like an assertive woman. This chick's gonna beat the crap out of me the moment I do anything to piss her off.
Hell yeah, that's the kind of woman she looked like. I mean, she's big enough to do it too.
Well, it's a real interesting thing, parallel that's going on in this movie. Like the whole thing with Beyonce being Diana Ross, and there's that point where they show like, oh, these were the dreams, and with this other girl that they grew up with, and I was like, wow, that's so Destiny's Child. It's like she's playing a character that her real life is sort of very much like.
Wow, that's a good point. I wonder if she thought about that. Everybody knows Beyonce knows is from Destiny's Child, and that was kind of the Supremes all over again.
Yeah, and then she is playing that role, and then also the other parallel of like Jennifer Hudson being the fat girl who really does have all the talent, which is how it is in real life. Not to put Beyonce down because she gets her own show-stopping number, you know, toward the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. But it's Jennifer Hudson who really is the powerhouse here, and it is that whole thing, you know, where her coming up was like, hey, you know, you'd be big if you weren't so big. And, you know, and just the whole parallel of like, you know, this is showing how like, hey, the music today could be so much better if the focus wasn't on image so much as it was talent.
Well, and it's, you know, the interesting thing about this, though, one of the things I love about the movie is the fact that it's not, the big deal with her isn't that she's big, it's that she's much blacker than the other character is.
Right.
That she has the blacker voice, she has the blacker image, and they want to tone it down and make it whiter for white America. This is about a period of time when black artists were trying to break in and cross over, and it was so hard that the only way they could do it was to become more vanilla and more plain.
Now, everybody in this, first of all, let me ask you a question. And the short answer is just real quick. People who don't like musicals, I mean, is this going to change them? Because they do just come out singing out of nowhere.
I hate musicals.
Wait, hold on, let me finish my line. Because they do just come out of singing out of nowhere.
I hate musicals. I can count on two hands the number of musicals I actually really enjoy. And I've seen a lot. I don't really like them, but I love this movie.
Okay.
I actually think that, well, I mean, I can't get inside your head on this one, but I think that you're going to have those same people who just are preconceived, like, I just don't like musicals. They won't even see it to find out whether they like it or not. And they, to be honest, they probably wouldn't like it because they just say, you know, these people are singing. It doesn't make any sense. Why would people walk around singing?
Yeah. No.
Very good point. I mean, he's right. The people who just really hate musicals, they probably won't go in the first place. But if you sort of don't like them, halfway through at the midpoint of this movie, I guarantee you're going to love it.
Yeah, people think too hard about musicals, you know, because they forget it's a fantasy land. They're like, where the band playing? Where the instrument, where that music coming from? And it's just like, come on, man, it's a fantasy world.
Well, what's actually really great about Dreamgirls is there's only about 2 numbers in this movie where the songs do not exist on stage. And while the songs still are telling the story of what's going on, they're part of big musical numbers of them performing. Yeah. And so it actually feels very natural and never feels like, you know, people are coming out of the rafters and already know the chorus.
True.
Now, I mean, everybody in this movie is great. Jamie Foxx, I mean, nobody's saying anything about him because he's pretty much upstaged by everyone, but that's his role. He's good. You know, I mean, it's just, that's all you can say. He does it. In fact, if he does his job, you're not going to even notice that he was well.
But the main question that I'm hearing from everyone is, really? Eddie Murphy nominated for awards, for dramatic awards for a performance? And this is coming from everyone. Everyone's saying, Eddie Murphy nominated for a Golden Globe. Everybody's saying he's going to be nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. Is this true or is this not true? And let me say this about it. Yeah, really great performance from Eddie Murphy. More than anything, just that it's surprising. It's like, wait, donkey? But you know what I'm saying here? It's the biggest problem is he plays musically. Yeah, he parties all the time. We know that, right? So he can sing. It's a party all the time. But the thing is, he can sing, but he can only sing as 2 people. He can sing as Stevie Wonder, and he can sing as James Brown. And if there's a fault with this movie, it's that he starts off playing James Brown, and he finishes up playing Stevie Wonder. And having seen him do this so much, it kind of took me out of the movie a little bit.
Well, let's not forget that he also does a great California Raisins, too. So, but you know, I mean, I always thought he should have got nominated for Donkey. So I mean, I think he's way overdue.
Donkey, you guys are really going back to the well on that one.
Donkey,
wow,
man.
all of what 3 years ago.
That was his breakout role, man. Don't you talk about?
No, Eddie Murphy is fantastic in this movie. He really is a really amazing supporting actor in this film, and really is just, I can't even express it. I just loved how great he was in this movie. He's just very powerful. He's very affecting, and he ends up being part of the soul of this movie.
Yeah, no, Eddie Murphy. I mean, damn, Eddie Murphy's the original Black Elvis, man. You know what I mean? Because when he did like Party All the Time, everybody thought he was joking. And then he came back and did that other album with Michael Jackson in it and everything. And then like, oh, this Negro needs to stop right now. So we never thought he was going to sing again.
But he did Boogie in the Butt.
Well, you know the thing about Eddie Murphy, when he did Delirious and he was singing on there, you're like, man, that Eddie can sing. He probably ought to cut an album. It's like you see somebody, you drunk at a party, you like, man, you really can't do that karaoke. You ought to cut an album for real. And when they do it, you're like, oh shit, dude, I wasn't serious about that. I was drunk.
Yeah, I just have to say, I mean, he's great in this movie, and he does have musical talent. If there's one bad thing about this movie that I can say, it will make Eddie Murphy make another album, and I hope that doesn't happen.
But, you know, as much as we give him crap about that, I mean, America is the one place we're weird about this. Throughout the rest of the world, celebrities regularly. I mean, Jackie Chan has like 6 pop albums.
Well, he better not bring that shit.
He better not bring it over here.
That's all I'm saying. We don't see us going, man, Jackie Chan, pop singer. Come on. Remember that Jackie Chan song? Tung Ching
Dude, we got it. All right. Damn, you know, you're going to go on all night. He just better not bring that.
All the time.
Damn, y'all. He just better not bring that shit over here. That's all. So,
Yeah, David Hasselhoff knew better.
yeah, he took that shit over there and left it over there. And they love him for it. And we love him for that. Yeah, Eddie Murphy, I think, is a great talent. And even in this movie, I think Eddie Murphy is best when he's under disguise. Because even in this movie, he's hiding under a big 10-gallon Dairy Queen pompadour. So, and I think he's awesome. So everybody in this movie is great. And I agree with you. It's one of the best movies of the year. So, if not the best movie of the year.
It's
Besides,
top 5.
Yeah.
And to be honest, people who like musicals generally, who thought Chicago was not all that, and I know a lot of people who did feel that way, were like, yeah, it's really good, but wow, not as good as everybody's saying. This is the movie that you were hoping Chicago was going to be. It is that good. It is that amazing. It's I think much superior to Chicago.
I like Chicago better.
Actually, I hate to say it, being black, and I'm glad you said it because I was scared to say it. But if people team up on us, we got each other's back.
Yeah, we do.
I think Chicago is a better movie. And Little Wado, did you just say Chicago?
Chicago, man. Essay.
No,
you are some Uncle Tom musical motherfuckers.
I gotta side with Cyrus on this. No, I do enjoy Chicago. Chicago's one of the few that I actually really like, but I like this better.
Okay, wow, that's a reversal if I've ever seen one. Man, no kidding.
All white people want to be black at this point, and all black people are just comfortable being black and don't see what all the excitement's about.
You
Chicago.
Chicago.
It's like he's waiting for
Except Will Smith, he's happy to be white.
Yeah.
waiting for Bill Condon to do his version of Zoot Suit, the musical.
Did you said you saw Dreamgirls live, huh?
Yeah, I did. I saw it at Zachary Scott live.
Homo. I love musicals. I'm just jealous because I don't have the money to ever go to one.
Skeet bop scooby doop doo.
And you know I always agreed with you.
I could do Springsteen.
We are the world.
And you know I always agreed with you.
And I think all of you are crazy.
You know I never liked death to smooch ya.
We actually considered singing this whole review. I mean, being that this is a musical and all, but last time we tried that was kind of a disaster. He's looking like, what the fuck?